In this tutorial, we'll be talking about comments in PHP. But what are comments? Comments are blocks of code that are totally or completely ignored during program compilation or interpretation. And at this point, you might be wondering, why will I use something that is totally ignored? Comments are absolutely and totally important because they add useful information to our code. And apart from that, we can use comments for testing purposes. Now it's time we actually talk about comments in PHP itself. Basically, we make use of two types of comments in PHP. The first is called the single line comment, and then we have the multiple line comment. For those of us who have prior knowledge to programming, we might have an idea of what we're talking about. Let's see them in action. We'll start with single line comment. And as the name implies, the single line comment is the kind of comment that span across one line. This commenting is made using two forward slashes. Now going back to the code that we had written earlier, and right now we are getting set to actually do single line commenting in PHP. So all I'll do right now is write a simple single line commenting. And I'll just save the code, try and refresh the browser, and then you'll notice that nothing happens. The code was completely ignored. And so you might wonder, what is the use of this? One practical way I make use of this is by using it to write my name and the date I started writing the code. For example, I'm going to write the date I'm actually working on this code, and that will be there and there permanently on my code. And that is that about that when it comes to single line commenting. Switching over to multi-line comments, as the name implies, this is the kind of comment that span across more than one line, multiple lines if you may. And so we want to know, how do we make this kind of comment? So it begins with a forward slash, an asterisk. In between the forward slash and the asterisk, you write out your comment that span across multiple lines. Then you end it with the asterisk and the forward slash. For example, you will notice this comment on the screen right now span across 4 lines. Back to the code right now, and I want to create a multi-line comment. I'm trying to think of something right now. Now let's see what a dumb head like me can come up with. Please be patient with me as I create this multiple line comment. And you are kind of like seeing this in action. So I'll just end this. And that is it. Simply click save and refresh the web page. Notice that absolutely nothing happens. Completely and absolutely ignored. So this is how easy it is to work with comments in PHP. In the next video tutorial, we'll be talking about PHP syntax. I'm hoping to see you there.